Hey everybody, just getting ready to record a few videos from some user questions. Got a few that came in through like Discord and email and comments and stuff. So just getting a few things together. Feel free to ask any questions in the YouTube channel if you're interested as well. I might have some extra time to answer some of that stuff. So with that, I'm just getting stuff loaded up and trying to see what people, if anybody's out there, and then we'll get going. What the heck? Come on, I don't want top messages. Give me, I want the most recent ones. Well, YouTube's giving me a problem. 1 second. There we go. Now we have top messages. Let's see. What was the first question I was going to do? All right. Let's see. All right. We got OBS going. Got that going. Got my question. All right. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. VXE wrote in asking if you can use TR-Rec to play one-shots chromatically, and the short answer is yes. I'm going to record off a note just to have something to play, just this piano note, nothing too exciting. So helps if I actually record it correctly. Let's do that again. Record, pad 1, record. There we go. All right, we got our note. Just need to, let's normalize it. Normalize. That looks normalized. All right. So we're just going to get the start point dialed in first. Super loud. We don't need it that loud, but we've got it. All right. We'll truncate that. We go into pitch and speed. We'll drop the volume down. Oh, we're playing also the MPC. Let's fix that, because that will make me nutty trying to do both at the same time. All right, so we've got this set up, and if we come into patterns, we're just going to record a new pattern. We're going to hit remain to switch to TR-Rec mode, and that will allow us to kind of plug in the notes that we want. Hit record. It's going to keep playing, and you can see here we've got pitch chromatically. So yeah, as long as you select the note, we can, I'm going to turn gate off on that. So we can just hit the pad. When it comes around, you can hear it's going to play it. We can chromatically adjust it up or down. If you hit, is it roll? No, you got to, yeah, we can change for major, minor, Dorian by pushing it on the enter button. We'll do major C. Now we can go +2, +4, +5, 7, 9. Go all the way up to 12. Get the whole scale. And if you want, we can then go down the other way, and we can go -1, -3, -5, -7, 8, 10, 12. Can't go any further than 12 down though. So you can absolutely use TR-Rec to adjust the pitch and scale. Similarly, if you want, you can see you got velocity here. We can start with a low velocity and take that same note and just slowly go up and make it build up as we move through. I forget if you can hold shift down to, no, the shift is going to adjust the start point, which I don't want to do. So you can only, the increment jumps a little high, but that's what you get. Anyway, guys, VXE, thanks for writing in. Hope this was helpful. Remember to keep making music, keep having fun. If it sounds good, it is good. And peace. All right. Yeah, was okay for a video. Hopefully that answers this question. Let's clean up a little here. Don't need that note. What did I have next? We had up oh, Black Rabbit. Yes. Let's move that out of the way. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Black Rabbit wrote in asking if he's crazy, or does the SP404 always make the level at 100 by default? Maybe this is a way to try to natively make sure there's a headroom or no clipping. Well, a couple things. Let's just go through an experiment. I'm going to turn the SP404 Mark II off, and let's just see what the external source value is. We'll do a little bit of recording because it might do that, and maybe I haven't paid much attention, but external source levels 127. Let's drop it down. We'll exit out. Let's turn it off and back on. Let's see if it's dropped down or if it bounces back up to 127, because I'm kind of curious at this point. I haven't, no, it's back up to 127. So by default, your external source value should be coming in at 127. Now let's go record some audio. So I'm going to hit record. I'll just do this piano note that we did for the last video. And let's go see. Volume is set to 127. So at least on my system, for whatever I've got, it seems like that's coming in at 127. What else might be getting set to 100? Bank volume for sure could be another one. No, that's the wrong menu. It's been a while since I've done this. Thought there was a way to get in real quick to go look at the bank volume. Or is it under project? No. Man, I'm losing my mind. Maybe I have to re-record this video. Let's go see if anybody in the chat had any thoughts. No, don't see any comments or anything. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the OBS recording because I'm going to have to start this one over. And let's see if I can figure out. That's just QMix. I could have sworn. Oh, it's a shift and then the bank. That's right. All right. I'll start this video back over then and see what we get. All right. Let's exit out. We'll delete this. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Black Rabbit writes in asking, am I crazy, or does the 404 always make the level at 100 by default? Maybe this is a way to try to natively make sure there is headroom of no clipping. I'm not totally sure what you mean by that comment, but if we go in and check under ext source, you can see this is just a clean boot. We got 127. And if I drop this down to 0, exit out, turn it off, bring it back in, you'll see that the line in volume to record in is going to be at 127 again. So it's back to 127. So it's not remembering from the line in what that value is. And if we go over to a bank just to record in a sample externally, it's a little low, but that's just because the volume on the MPC is a little low. But if we hit record, and it sounds the same volume that came into me. And if we go to pitch speed, we can see volume is set to 127. So I'm assuming that that is the same volume for what we recorded. Let's just check though. If we go to external source, let's say we set it to 50, because I also haven't checked this before. What does this do when we record in? It did sound quieter. Now I'm curious. So it's actually recording it in lower. than this value of 127, which is fine. The only other couple things I can think to check is if you hold shift and hit the bank, we can see the bank E volume is 127. We can drop that down, and this does get, from what I remember, saved from session to session. So if we drop this really low, those piano sounds are almost like hard to hear. They're very hard to hear now because we're just making everything that's playing in this bank lower. If I exit out, turn it off and back on, I do believe that bank volume is going to be the same. Give me a second and we'll find out. All right, bank E, shift in the bank. So the bank, it is remembering the bank volume, which is just good to practice to remember. I know I have like an older video talking about where all the places are for volume settings. So, I mean, you got to remember, you got to go to the bank, which you can hold shift in the bank to get into. You've got pitch and speed. That's another one. You've got your external source for the value for what you're recording in at. You've got the volume knob on your device that you're recording from externally. And there's even, I mean, you can see like this is pretty loud. I mean, I get the volume up to max. That sample's pretty loud and we haven't even normalized it. If we normalize it, this is going to make it even louder. So I guess Black Rabbit, I'm not totally sure what's getting stuck at 100 for a value all the time. But yeah, drop in another comment if there's a different area that you're playing around with or something that I'm missing. And I'll see if I can take a look or figure it out. But from what I'm seeing, the behavior certainly seems to be the pitch and speed value for volume is going to be 127. The boot up volume for the external source input volume is going to be 127. The bank volume is going to be recalled in between power cycles. So maybe that's one of the ones you're looking at. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. All right. Let us get back here. I'll be back in like 30 seconds probably. I'm just going to start uploading the video so it can process and do all that stuff. Be right back. All right, I am back. There's like a million things that I decided to ask that I forgot I had to answer. All right, yeah, and if anybody in the chat has any questions, feel free to drop stuff. I got set up for be able to see live messages. I know I had at least one more video I was going to record here. What was it that Atari was asking in Discord? Oh, it was about sending pad notes versus pad sequences. Okay. Yeah, this one's another fun one. All right. Don't need those. And we'll get this up and going. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Atari was asking over on my Discord server a question about sending MIDI from the SP404 Mark II to an external device, and what's the difference between pads and sending like sequence MIDI. And this one's something that can be a little complicated to show, but I think I can do this. I'm going to go shift into utility. I'm going to go to system, and we're just going to go look at the MIDI settings first that I've got set. So right now we've got sequence note out is off, which means any sequence that we play on the SP404 Mark II will not send any of the MIDI out. And the other thing we have is pad note out is set to on. So if I turn both of these off, then we're not going to send any MIDI data from the SP404 Mark II, or at least any MIDI note data from the SP404 Mark II out to an external device. And I can show you because I can play notes and nothing's happening. And because I have the MPC going into the external source in on the SP404 Mark II. I mean, I can play these. Let's turn the volume up a little. And if I turn external source off, nothing's happening. So let's go back into the utility menu. And if we go to pad note out and turn it on, we magically can now send MIDI. And this can be handy if you want to use your SP404 Mark II as a MIDI controller for an external device. The velocity is like a little low, but we can do that. And if I even want to go into system and change MIDI mode to B, then we can actually extend our note range by going through it. I'm not playing the lit up notes right now because they're going to play whatever the audio is on the SP404 Mark II as well, but you can see we can get like a, oops, you get a pretty big range. So it's going to be 5 times 16, what's that, 80 notes, I think, if I did the math real quick in my head. So you can get a pretty good range. And if you don't have anything, like if you, well, I got stuff on these other banks, but you can really play quite a bit. So that's cool. But because if you remember, we had set it so that we don't send MIDI notes for patterns right now. So we can go record a pattern and I don't know, I'll turn quantize on, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna hit record and let's go to bank G. Now it's not playing anything, A, because I got external sources off. So I'll turn that on. We're sending our external source MIDI note, which this always is like something that drives me nuts. I wish there was an option to turn this off. But anyway, we're actually sending MIDI notes now over, but it's not sending them because we have a problem. We had turned off. Oh, did I just exit out? That's a bummer. Anyway, let's go shift utility back into system. If we go sequence note out and turn that on, let's turn pad note off. And you'll see when I play, it's not going to play any notes initially. And then when we loop over, it will play them. So let's record a pattern again. Oh, we got to turn the external source on. Why is it not sending the MIDI over? Did we? Oh, right. This is the other problem. I forgot. You have to actually have a note recorded of silence. Otherwise, it won't record it into the pattern view. I'm sorry, everybody. We're going to do this real quick. We just record a bunch of empty samples with nothing on them because you can't record a event that doesn't have an associated sample to it. And I completely forgot that while I was in the moment, even though I know that. So you're going to see you can do this, but it just requires work to set things up. All right, we're almost done. We'll just use this. All right, so this gets us set up. We're still not sending the notes over. There's nothing actually recorded here. Record, record. And well, they're pretty low. Maybe I can hit them a little bit harder. the problem is it's also playing this note from external source. So yeah, you can do this. It's not the best way to do it. It can be a little annoying because if you want to actually send over a pattern sequence, you have to have content on the pads, even if it's an empty sample. But it does work. But I would say I think the SP404 Mark II functions a little bit better as a MIDI controller and not as much, and is not as great as a MIDI sequencer. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. Keep forgetting this. This bites me frequently. All right, let's clean this up. I don't need a pattern with a bunch of empty sequences. We can actually get rid of these and get rid of this pattern. Let's see. Are there any other questions out there? Well, I was just checking my email. Not seeing anything in YouTube out there for any questions. I'm not quite set up for trying to do another session of just a jam or something, but maybe I could do that. Let us see. What do we got? I got the MPC on. I could get something going with the Iridium, maybe. Let's see what we want to do. Man, I guess this would be session 72. Let's see. What can we get going? What's something I haven't done in a while? Let me just load up some samples too. We got B and G. Let's see. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 72. I haven't done one of these in a while, and we're just going to make some music. Let's just see what I have on my SD card here, and we'll grab something. Well, maybe not my test kicks. That was just for doing some testing a while back for an experiment. Let's go. We have sample packs. What do we have? Cozy Beats sounds fun. This was something I grabbed off of Loop Masters a while ago. Let's start with drums. Oh. I don't know. Do we want to do loops? Or do we just want to cut them up? Kind of like cutting them up. There we go. Let's take this. We'll see what we can get for a few different sounds. See if any of the things I've covered that I've learned I can recall. So go Shift and Start N to get into chop. I don't need a whole bunch here, but let's go auto mark. Let's go time division 16, see what we get. do the first 4. Yeah, normally I would cut these down to distinct elements, but we're going to go assign to pad. You have to remember we're at, I think that was at 70 BPM. Let's chop it. And turn gate off on all those. And we're going to go mute group. Do we have an empty one? We can use, we use D. All right. Let's do it. All right, let's see. We're on bank G. Just so I remember associating banks to pad and samples. We're going to go record. Let's drop this down to 70 BPM. 2 bars sounds good. And let's go. Messed that up. I'm not used to doing 70 BPM here. Let's exit out. I'm going to go delete this. And we'll re-record. Maybe I'll do the same pattern again. Going back and then we'll figure out where to put the other ones. There's a little bit of a gap there. Let's exit out. I'm going to go record. Let's switch to TR-Rec. I just want to kind of look at what we have for notes real quick. Don't need shuffle. Let's hit record. So we go here, here. I like the way that sounds. Do the same thing here. Good there. Let's see how this sounds here. Cool. Did I lose? I thought we had one there. Kind of need something on 9. All right, I kind of dig this. All right, well, guys, I'm going to end here for the video. So thanks for stopping by for session 72.1. Keep having fun, keep making music. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. All right. Yep. One of these days I'll get I don't have to roll across my room to go get to my laptop to go upload stuff. Today's not today though. All right. Let's get going. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 72.2, and right now we've got a drum going. We just took a sample from a sample pack, loaded that up and chopped it up. We've got drums. I think bass is next. Let's go see what we can find. So we're going to go shift pad 14 for import export. Sample packs. This was coming out of Cozy Beats. Let's just stick with that. See what we got for basses. That is pretty intense. I like that one already. I do dig this, but it's a little bit much for what I think we're doing for being cozy and chilled out. I kind of feel like this might be the one. All right. Let's load this into 9. We'll chop it up and then grab like a couple notes out of it. We're going for G. All right. Actually, maybe I just want the one note. I don't even know that we need everything else because we can just use chromatic for it. So we're going to go start and end. Let's just zoom in. We can hear a little bit of a pop when we let go of the note. I think it's just because it's got so much volume and presence. Let's get the release set to 1. Should clean it up. All right. I thought that I was going to say that was weird. Maybe the envelope did something weird, but I thought we just had the one note. All right. We're in G. So let's move this over. Shift, pad 5. We'll exchange 9 and 1. We'll just move it over. Just so because I usually put my bass notes up top. And we're going to go chromatic. Let's go roll. And we'll go to G. We'll be in G major. Oops. On the wrong pad. Shift chromatic. Something, I don't know. Let's also put fixed velocity on. Pattern. We're going to go copy over. Let us. I'm going to pattern edit this, and I want to duplicate it so we got 4 bars instead. And now we can record. Oh, I don't want to be in TREC mode. Do strength. There we go. And as I've done before, we're going to go into rehearsal mode first so we can set up chromatic mode. I don't know. Doesn't sound quite right what I want, but I'm going to leave it for the moment. It sounds all right. This is a little bit of a gap. All right. So we get some bass going. We get our drums going. I think I'm going to leave this session here for today. Just say, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Keep making beats. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. All right. Next up. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where we cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 72.3, and so far we've got drums and bass. It's time to add in something else. Let's play it. Go shift import. That's right, it won't let us do that. All right, I'm going to start this video over. Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 72.3, and today we're going to start with, we get the drums and bass. It's time to add some other sounds or some variations. Let's see what we've got under our SD card. I'm going to go back to Cozy Beats, because that's where we've been pulling stuff from. Let's see what we get for some textures here. Do we want any of these? Nah, it's not. Go melodics. So what we get for G. I like this. And instead of going through chromatic mode, I feel like I want to chop this one up. So let's go to pad 9. We'll load it up. And shift. Chop. Oops, we don't want to chop that. We want to chop the melodic here. I suspect we want to go time division 16. Let's see what we get. I don't mind these chops. They're not perfect. But they're leading to some kind of interesting sounds. And I think at the 70 BPM, this will be fine. All right. I'm only going to take... I want 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Let us go assign to pad. I'm going to use mark C2 to go to 5. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll chop. And now we're going to put all these into a mute group. Cool. Probably playing them faster than they need to be played, but that's all right. Let's copy 2 to 3 for the pattern. Do we want any quantizing? I'm going to turn it off to begin with. Let's see how we can do here. That was no good. Exit out. We'll start again. Copy 2 to 3. There's a little bit of a pop I think we need to fix. At least one of those notes sounds like it's out of time. So let's get out of record mode. Go pattern select. I'm just going to hit, I just tapped 5 so we can get in to pitch and speed. And if I hold copy down, actually no, let's start with envelope. I'm going to hold copy down so we can edit the envelope for everything. I'm going to put the attack to 1 and see, we'll see if that helps with the pop. And we'll do release 1. Sounds a little bit better. Sorry, I'm just trying to listen, make sure it sounds better. Now, I might cheat here. Still trying to fix the timing. Maybe we go to EFX settings. So we're in parallel. Let's switch to bus 2. Maybe we assign the melody to bus 2. And see if there's an effect that we might like. Whether it is reverb or something. It might help just kind of fill it out a little. Because, I mean, I know the timing isn't perfect. I could go quantize it, but being lazy. I think I like how that sounds. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Let's just say thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. All right, guys. What do we think? Another couple sounds? We can probably add some more stuff in here. All right, let's see. Hey, everybody, and welcome to my SP404 Mark II. Oh, man, I am bunging that up. Hey, everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 72.4, and we're doing kind of a chilled out beat here. What we got so far. Let's keep going with it. Let's import something else from our Cozy Beats sample pack. Grab this over on Loop Masters a while back, and see what we got for keys and plucks. Kind of like that. I think I can work with that. Let's load this in. We'll do it. We'll grab another 4 little notes out of this. We don't need everything. Get rid of that. That's just in the way. So, shift start and end to get into chop. Go menu, auto mark. Let's do time division 16 again. Just see what we get. I'm kind of like 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Or do we go 9, 10, 11, 12? I just kind of like the reverb tail here. Nine, 11, 12, 13. That's what we're going for. All right. Assign to pad. I'm going to dial in 9, 11, 9, 11, 11, 12, 14. And let's do it. All right. Turn gate off. All right, we're going to need another mute group here. So we can use A. That's fine. Exit. We're going to go pitch and speed. Wait, what was I going to do here? I wanted to, we want pitch and, envelope. I want to go copy. I'm just going to hold it down so we're editing the mute group. And this is another one where I think we probably want attack and release. Add 1. All right, I think we got something to work with. Let us copy 3 to 4, and let's see what we can get. I feel like these are probably a little loud. So let's exit out. And we'll go back to pitch and speed. We're going to hold copy down. Let's drop this way down. I bet you 30 is probably plenty. There we go. Now, I was trying to think. Go back to bus 1. Is there anything we want to do? I don't think we want to mess with the bass. Maybe add a little something to the drums. Let's see. Do we want to try scatter? Sounds like a little too much. Let's turn that off. I think we get some levels that still need to be adjusted. Kind of like where the bass is. These plucks still sound loud to me. Even like this sounds kind of loud. Let's maybe we can go louder with this here. Now we can see if we want scatter or something once in a while. Maybe in one of the upcoming videos we'll play around with automating scatter a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Say thanks everybody for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. Is the pop on pad 7? I don't hear a pop on pad 7. Although I did make some of those envelope changes. I mean, there's definitely like some filtered noise. Actually, I probably don't want fixed velocity on for everything either. All right, guys. I think I'm going to take a break to go grab some lunch because it's getting kind of late for me over here. But thanks for stopping by. Might pop back in, or maybe we'll just do this and kind of play around with this session a little bit more and on my own. I don't know. It was nice hanging out with everybody. Take it easy. Bye.